DreAllDay.com.
But anyway, one of the things that I was talking about on Snapchat today was that I just finished the audio book for the Mental Handbook. I got a book called The Mental Handbook. It's my top rated book on Amazon. I just finished the audio book, and one of the things I was talking about was there's no better feeling, no matter how much stuff you create, than the feeling of making something from scratch, making something from absolute zero, and then putting it out and other people getting to consume it, appreciate it, critique it, hate it, love it, whatever, but people getting to see something that you created from absolutely zero. Thank you, Sequar, I can't even see that name, but thank you, whoever that was. And the reason that I shared that is to share with all of you this, that if you want to acquire some power for yourself, I don't necessarily mean power over other people. You ain't got to be the president, you ain't got to be in charge of nobody or nothing like that. What I mean is you got to create something that you own, something that you create, something that you own, so that you can eat off that for the rest of your life. Because if you work somewhere right now, let's say you work somewhere and you do great work, you're one of the best employees at the job, and then you quit that job, all the work that you did while you were there stays at the job when you leave. So, like, for example, I used to work at LA Fitness, and I sold personal training packages to people who wanted training. There's probably people who still go to that LA Fitness and still pay a membership, still pay for training at that gym, because they got in on something that I sold to them. I didn't necessarily even get them the sessions, but they got in on something that I sold to them, and I'm not making no money off that, except the money I made, the one-time commission I got for making the sale. So what I'm telling all y'all is this: you got to find something that creates something, not find it, but create something that you own. You can also find something. If you're not a creator, you can go buy something that somebody else made and just have ownership of it. And when you're no longer working, when you physically can't work no more, or when you're dead and your kids is around, you can leave something around for them to eat off of, the work that you did while you were still able-bodied. You got your own trafficking business, hey, whatever you got to do. But you got to come up with something. You got to figure out something. If you want to go buy some real estate, you can eat off that. You want to go write a book, you can eat off that. You want to make videos, you can eat off that. You want to start a company, start a new app, make your own Pokemon Go app. Whatever you got to do that's going to continually produce resources for you to eat off of for the rest of your life. That's important, because at some point all of us are not going to be able-bodied enough to keep making stuff, and at some point we all not going to be here. So what you going to leave? Do you want to leave behind a legacy for your family, for everybody else to eat off when you're not there no more? You need to start thinking about that right now. All right, can I take any questions? If anybody got questions, I'll take a couple of them. I did the scope because I know I didn't do one earlier this morning, so I wanted to reach the Periscope audience. And also, yes, definitely, thank you. Yes, for black people, white people too, Asian, Chinese, Latino, everybody. Everybody got to create something. You want to leave something behind so that the people who come after you got something. Don't mean you got to put them in a position where they ain't got to work or earn nothing for themselves, but at least for yourself. When you're 65, you want to retire. You don't want to have to keep working until you're 80 just because. Maybe if you want to. What am I thinking about creating? I don't really think about creating things. I just create them. I don't think about it. I just do it. I just finished the audio book for the Mental Handbook. I already did buy a game. So the next I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the Super U next. Then I'm going to do the Mirror Motivation. Then I'm going to do the Overseas Basketball Blueprint. And then, man, the audio book for Dre Philosophy Volume 0. That's going to be a tough project. That's an 800-page book. That's going to take a while. But I am going to do it, I guess, eventually. I'll get to the audio book for that. You love the new website. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you, Lamecca. We worked on that for like 6 weeks, but it looks good now. You're not sure what to create? Well, think about it. Start the first step, at least you thinking about that you need to create something. Once you get that idea, then you'll start to come up with some ideas. But check my podcast. That person said, not sure what to create. Check my podcast called Work on Your Game, where I talk about ideas. How do you come up with more ideas for yourself, for your business, for your content, whatever. And once you start training your brain to come up with ideas, you'll start coming up with something that you can create, probably more than one thing. You might end up with more ideas than you have time and energy to actually make them happen. And that's a good problem to have. I got more ideas than I got time to actually make them all come to fruition, at least for now, at least at this moment. But eventually I want to get them all out, get them all done. So if I could take any questions, I will take questions. For those who don't know me, again, my name is Dre Baldwin. I'm a professional speaker. Professional athlete is my background. Come from Philadelphia, live in South Florida. I do coaching, consulting, authoring, YouTubing, live streaming, Snapchatting. What else? I don't even remember everything else. A lot of other things. If I could take any questions, I'll take them now before we wrap this one up. We are in thick rush hour traffic in Miami. Yeah, we headed to Vegas for Freedom Fest. They are live streaming some of it, not all of it. I don't think the places that I'm going to be at are going to be live streamed, but I might Snapchat from the stage or something like that. So we'll see. Actually, I probably will Snapchat from the stage, but I don't think the live stream is going to be for that event. What's going on, Vikacha 29, City Source? Good afternoon. Any other questions? I'll take a couple questions and we wrap up. Markson 79, what's up? Is my new TED Talk going to be out soon? I don't control the release of the talk, so I can't really answer that. I want it to be out soon, but I can't control when it comes out. It's really up to the committee at TED to do that. Anderson Siva. Yes, create something you can own. That's exactly right. Or go find something that you can own. It could be somebody else's creation if you obtain the rights to it and you own it. Like, you don't have to build the house, but you can still own the house. What if that something was creating the future? Well, can you eat off of that? There got to be something that you could actually eat off. That means when people are paying for it, you're still making money for it, is what I mean. So I don't mean it in the abstract creation. I know what you mean. I'm talking about something that you actually created, like write a book. So if 100 years from now, people still buying that book, you still getting royalties off that book. So if you buy a house, you own the house, people still paying rent on the house, you get the, what's the name? What do you call it? The rent or whatever you call it. Who's driving? Uber driver's driving. What's going on? Miami Murphy, is that right? What's up, Miami Murphy? All right, can I take any more questions? I'll take one or two, then we wrapping this one up. Again, y'all can hit me on Snapchat. My Snap is at Dre Baldwin. I do respond to snaps if your statement, if your question, your comment is good, I will respond to it. Maya or Maya Mia? Design the platform, future of people to display products online. So like a new Amazon, you mean? You gonna take on Amazon? All right, you better be ready. You better be ready for war. They ain't gonna go easy. But I feel you, hey, that's what you wanna do it. How do you trademark your brand? Google that. You can do it through the US government, you can trademark things. Mia or Maya? Mia or Maya? I don't catch it. Young boy. I'm probably older than you. Second one, Maya. All right, what's up, Maya? Maya. All right, Maya Murphy. I got it now, Maya. Thank you for helping me with the pronunciation. Create multiple things, don't focus on one. Both. You can create multiple things. I created more than one book, more than one live stream. You can't do them, probably can't do them at the exact same time, but you could do one, finish it, do another one. People don't seem to like things too futuristic. It's a huge display area for companies. All right, well, do your thing. Once you put it out there, then you'll find out. Maybe you could do your thing. All right, everybody, my Snap is at Dre Baldwin. That's where I'll be at. I'll be snapping a lot for the next 4 or 5 days, so make sure y'all on there so y'all can catch everything that's going on. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com is the website. Check that out. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the Snap. My Snap name is at Dre Baldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast, if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known. Getting the exposure you want and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game. Dre Ball, Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball, Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I'm ballin'. I feel like Dre